UFC Fight Night, the Ritter versus Allen. Here's my experience.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
To kick this card off, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. It was not the most exciting card, especially later on towards the main event and co-main event of this card. But we had some really solid performances on the fight card. But here are my thoughts on the prelims right here. And with that being said, I want to talk about the prelim main event. Drew Dober versus Kaya Propolek. In the first round, Drew Dober came out all gas, no brakes, and he looked phenomenal in the first round. Second round, Kaya Propolek started picking up some, landing some good awkward shots. Then the third round happened where we had the nut shot heard around the world. It looked like it was painful. I'm glad they took the point away right away, but Drew Dober said it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go full throttle here. I'm going to get this finished. He was able to get the third round finish. I wish the nut shot didn't happen because this fight could have went entire different way. But what did you guys think about this performance? And I think Kaya Propolek earned himself another opportunity in the UFC octagon. What do you guys think? Let me know. Opening up the main card, we had Canadian Kyle Nelson taking on Matt Favola. And this fight should have been ended in the very first round. Kyle Nelson stopped this man in the first round with a knockout. But the referee said, you know what? I didn't call it. The fight's still going. But this man, Kyle Nelson, looked pretty good all 3 rounds. And then he was able to secure the unanimous decision win. And that fight was pretty much just dominated by Kyle Nelson. It looked like Matt Favola just couldn't get going. But what did you guys think about this fight? It wasn't the most bar burners fight. It should have ended in the first round, but it was a decent scrap. Following that fight, we had Charles Air Jourdain taking on Davey Grant. This man, Charles Jourdain, ever since he dropped down to the bantamweight division, has been on absolute fire as he is able to secure his second guillotine choke in a row in his home country. And this man, the sky is looking bright ever since he got knocked out by Jean Silva. And I cannot wait to see who Charles Jourdain gets next. I think he's sky's the limit. Probably be time for somebody right there at the top of the top 15 or somebody right outside of it. What do you guys think about his performance? Let me know. Following that fight, we had Manon Fiorot taking on Jasmine Judicaevich. And in this fight, it was a true y'all must have forgot moment as Manon Fiorot was able to get the first round knockout over Jasmine Judicaevich, snapping her very, very impressive winning streak. And Manon Fiorot says she is the real deal. She is still here. And Manon Fiorot is still very dangerous in the strawweight division. And she probably is going to get another crack at the title in 2026. And following that fight, we had Amy and Zahavi taking on Marlon Chito Vera. In this fight, pretty much all the Chito fights has been going like this for a while now. He starts off slow, loses the first round, picks it up in the second round, is able to drop Amy and Zahavi in the second round off of a jab and just enough to win the round. Third round, he tried to cruise and play defensive possum all time. Judges get the scorecards out. It doesn't go in his favor. He throws a temper tantrum and walks off. It's the same thing. I mean, it was a good scrap. It wasn't a robbery either way. I had Amy and Zahavi winning round 1 and 3, and I'm pretty sure everybody else did. I'm pretty sure that's what the judges had. And it wasn't that bad of a fight for him to be acting like the way he was acting. Amy and Zahavi showed that he can put out a lot of pressure, and he can take a shot still, and he's going to keep coming forward no matter how long the fight goes on, no matter what you throw at him, you got to put him away. So Amy and Zahavi, very, very fun fight, and he becomes the only Canadian with 7 wins, only trailing behind GSP. In the co-main event of the night, we had Mike Malott taking on Kevin Holland in another fight where we had Ballgate. This man, Mike Malott, threw a knee. Kevin Holland said to him in the square nuts. He said, you know what, that's fine. Let it slide. About 2 seconds later, 2 minutes later, another nut shot. He took the entire 5 minutes plus some, and he complained about it the rest of the fight. This fight was pretty much a wash. I mean, good job on Mike Malott. I don't know how he doesn't finish Kevin Holland in this situation and when he's being compromised that badly, but it is what it is. Mike Malott got the win, and I'm pretty sure he got a number by his name now, but I think the top 15 and Mike Malott is not going to be a very long relationship. But what did you guys think about his performance? Let me know. In the main event of the night, we had Brendan Allen on short notice taking on Renner the Ritter, and this man has been on an absolute heater. And this man that we got in the Canadian main event was not the RDR that the UFC and everybody has come accustomed to. Maybe not one, because he had a fight in just like this against Anatoly Malikin. Like, it's pretty much exactly like this, but it was during the round. But this man, Brendan Allen, absolutely dominated the fight. Outside of the first round, where RDR looked like he was going to coast through this fight and find a late finish, the second round, He stayed on his back. Brendan Allen kept him on his back and kept punching that man in the face, lumping him up. He had multiple different lumps on his face. He was going through it. That man was going through it. And then to start the 4th round, I'm pretty sure, Brendan Allen ran right across the cage, took him down, beat him up the entire fight. And thankfully, RDR's corner threw in the towel. He was not going to win that fight, especially the way he was fighting. He wasn't going to be able to stand up on the ground. He was just going to be beat up for another 5 minutes. And I respect the corner for stopping that ass whooping that he was taking. Brendan Allen now moves to the top 5 in the middleweight rankings. That is a sentence that I never expected to say, but I am. And Brendan Allen, I don't know who he gets next, but it's going to be very, very fun to see how this middleweight division shakes out. Hamza Chimaev being at the top and his first title defense more than likely being, and with this first title defense more than likely being Nazanin Imavov. So this fight should be a very, very fun one whenever that does happen. But what did you guys think about UFC Canada? What was your favorite fight on the card? What was your least favorite fight on the card? What was your biggest surprise on the card? Let me know down below in the comments. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bigger people.